I think about the judgment yesterday. The judgment is okay, completely okay, because it's the punishment of for punishment of the people, and I don't want people to be punished. What of those people cannot read and cannot write? What will be their gain? The time is so short, because I myself, it's so painful to me. The time is too short. Why do you want to do this? Huh? If you want to punish somebody, you punish somebody. But what of others that we don't have a blame, we don't have a case? We are so good. So it's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. I'm feeling bad.
What Supreme Bank did is right, because bank is not everywhere. In the whole Nigeria, even rural area, some areas have no bank. And many people have money, they cannot change it. If you go to bank, you drop new note, you save an old note. To receive a new note, they will not give you. Who pack this money? They are, according to Erifai and the rest people, said they design it to scuttle the election, so that election will not hold, so that Nigeria will be in anarchy. And if Nigeria be in anarchy, the ruling party will know, they will discredit them. Buhari has been misled by Kabas. For him to have even agreed a few days to the election, or 2 months to the election for them to change money, it's not done. Because if they, by the time lapses is too small, by the time this thing is not work, you discover that there will be uprising everywhere. And at the end of the day, they will say election could not hold. Interim government will be the answer. As it is now, Supreme Court have saved the situation of the Nigeria. But some people that are the opposition, they are happy because they are looking for their own interest. They don't know that many people, masses are going through hell.
At this point in time, the decision of the Supreme Court is very apt. To me, it's very apt. This is just a motion ex parte that was brought before the Supreme Court. And then the Supreme Court saw the urgency, saw the need, saw the suffering of the poor masses, and saw the need to restrain the federal government on the interim. This is just an interim decision pending the 15th day of this month, where they will bring an interlocutory application. That is a motion on notice. Okay? It is on that day that we will actually know the outcome. But on the interim, what the Supreme Court has done, they actually saw the reason why they made that order, that interim order, is because they saw the need, their need, they saw the suffering of the masses. So they acted the way they were supposed to act. When for the court to grant a motion ex parte, there has to be an urgency. There's that sense of urgency of extending the deadline that resulted to this decision.
It's because of the political issue. It's because of the political issue. I think this is my third time here. I'm 60 now. I can give at least, I can say something about 50 years ago. Many presidents we have had, many head of state. Did Obasanjo do this? Did Babangida do this? Did Abacha do this? Why Baba Buhari? Why? This is not our problem. This is not our problem at all. It's not our problem.
However people will look at it, I believe every policy in this country, either good or bad, the people that will always be at the receiving end are the poor masses. So whatever, even though their intention is not clear, but so long as it will benefit the poor masses, I see nothing wrong with it. And why will people be suffering everywhere? In fact, to be more frank, these guys don't suffer anything from this. They don't. It does not affect them. They have monies all over. It is the poor masses that will always be at the receiving end of all these things.
The fact that the masses get to use the old notes and the new notes in 3 months, so at least for a period of 3 months. I think it's a good thing, even if it's political or not. But as far as the sufferings will reduce, because I think from now there'll be more money in circulation, so I don't think it's a problem, be it political or not. Nigeria should just stick to the fact that money, there's a ruling to allow us spend our old money and new money for 3 months. So forget if it's political or not.
Me, what I'm seeing there so far is not that the judiciary is God will help us, because for now we in Nigeria with the masses, we are not benefiting from the judiciary. We have been totally been carried away from the judiciary. But what me I'm saying now at this time around, that the CBN should make the money, the new money sufficient. If the new money is sufficient, everybody will be okay. So extending the debt or not extending the debt, that is not the problem of the country. The problem of the country, let them make this money sufficient, so that every bank manager will have this money sufficient to share to their customer. I think that's just the issue. We should not be beating around the bush. They should make the new money available for everybody to get.
I had to withdraw 3,000 naira with 700 naira, and I'm a copper. How do people expect me to spend 700 naira and to withdraw 3,000 naira? How much is my allowance? It doesn't make sense. Really, things have been very, very hard for us since the old policy started in Nigeria. But I think with this new policy, it will reduce the stress and the sufferings of Nigeria. At least for a period of 3 months, we'll be able to gather up the new money before the old whatever happens.
This is a very good one, but I feel the timing is very wrong. Yes, the timing is wrong. If they have started the implementation early last year, by this time everything would have been normalized. But looking at it this way, the year just commenced. People have spent so much in the previous year, and the year just commenced. If they had implemented it right from last year, at least early part of last year, everything would have been normalized, like I said. But bringing it at this point in time, where things are quite difficult, economy, nothing is working, and you're bringing this kind of policy, no matter how good and well-intentioned it might be, it will not go well for the masses. So they would have brought it quite earlier, last year.
I can tell you the secret of Nigeria. We are not even fine at all. Believe me honestly. What they did is so bad. What they did is so bad, it's so bad, it's so bad. And may God forgive them. When you know, this political system, I can say this is not the first time. This is the second time of Baba Buhari. Many people have came and left. You understand me? Many people have came and left. But why? It's because of the politics. I want to tell you, there is no way that people are doing. Even though they stop to, even though bank or central bank stop to give anybody money, if they want to win the election, they will win the election. I know the secret of Nigeria. When the people are doing so, but we'll see what will happen. But there's a God, God Almighty, unchangeable God, and we change everything to better. No matter how they did, the election will be held. I'm not against the election not to hold. I'm not a politician, but I know who I will vote for. But I know there is a God. God will solve our problem, and our problem will solve by the Jesus Christ.
Yes, you know, everything in Nigeria is usually politically on. The people see it to be politically undertoned. Everything in this country. But you see, I will say it's hearsay. Hearsay. In a court of law, hearsay evidence is not admissible. And even if it is not a court of law, you cannot base fact on hearsay. There's a saying that goes that you cannot say what they say. Because when they say it's called upon to say what they say will not be able to say what they say. These things are things that, yes, we understand that in our political system, a lot of things usually happens. A lot of things happens. But we cannot just say with all audacity that this is why this thing is happening at this stage. You know, it's just speculations, and we cannot build, we can't build any case on speculation. Just mere speculation.
The stepping in of the Supreme Court is a welcome development. Nigeria is a democracy, and the three fundamental sections that characterize every democracy is the legislature, the judiciary, and the executive. Now, in this case, I think the judiciary has stepped in timely. They have stepped in as at when it's expected of them to step in. Where the legislature have failed to act, since they are the representative of the Nigerian masses, where they have failed to act upon the actions of the executive that's affecting the masses of Nigeria as at this point in time, I think the onus lies on the judiciary to step in, which they have just done. For me, I think that is democracy in play. The judiciary has stepped in to ensure that they act as expected of them, that is, in the principle of the checks and balance. If the executive have acted in excess of exhibition of their power, and the legislature could not stand up to the occasion, I think the judiciary has acted accordingly. They have stepped up to the occasion and they have acted in good faith and they have acted on behalf of Nigerians. And I think they should maintain that momentum. The executive have sworn to uphold the tenet of democracy. I think it is up to the executive now to respect the rule of law. The judiciary have stepped in. Let the executive respect the judiciary. That is the beauty of democracy. If they think otherwise, they should approach the court. If the executive think otherwise, they should approach the court. I think that is the beauty of democracy. And I think the judiciary has stepped in time to cushion the effect of this policy that is affecting Nigerians generally.